Welcome to the deep dive. We sort through the noise to find those bits of knowledge that really stick. Today we're diving into something pretty ancient, Psalm 60. Now you might think, an old prayer, what's that got to do with me? But honestly, there's a lot here. Our mission today, unpack Psalm 60, find those timeless messages, and see how they can, well, help you face challenges, especially in building up your trust, your relationship with God.
Absolutely. In Psalm 60, it's really quite something. It's a prayer, they say, comes from King David. And it wasn't written in good times. It came out of a major national defeat, a real crisis for Israel.
So David, this powerful king, is facing a huge setback.
Exactly. The text even gives us context. He was fighting enemies like Aram Naharim, Aram Zobah, and his commander, Joab, had just come back from this really crushing defeat involving Edom in the Valley of Salt. So this isn't just some vague complaint. It's specific. It's raw, coming right from a place of national pain.
Okay, so let's get into it. It starts with this incredibly, almost startlingly honest lament. You can almost feel the despair when he says, "Oh God, you have cast us off, you have scattered us, you have been displeased. Oh, turn yourself to us again." It's just so direct. What hits you about this opening?
It's that honesty, isn't it? David is just completely raw. He doesn't, try to pretty it up. He starts right out with, "Oh God, you've cast us off." It's almost an accusation.
Mm.
And I think that shows us something important. Real faith isn't about pretending everything's okay.
Right. It's about being real.
Yes. Bringing the messy stuff, the pain, the confusion, even the anger straight to God. And the imagery, you have made the earth to tremble, you have broken it. It's like the whole world is falling apart. He says God showed them hard things, made them drink the wine of astonishment, like being completely knocked off balance.
That phrase, wine of astonishment, really paints a picture.
It does. It's disorientation, shock. But the key is, even feeling all that, he's still talking to God.
Yeah.
And that directness, that vulnerability, paradoxically, that's what can actually deepen trust, saying, even in this mess, I'm still turning to you.
That's a powerful thought, that being that honest, even in pain, can strengthen things. But then it feels like the psalm just turns on a dime. From that low point, suddenly there's this declaration of trust. How does that happen? What's the trigger?
It is a fascinating pivot, isn't it? And the psalm tells us exactly why. It says God has spoken in his holiness.
Yeah.
That's the turning point. It's not just wishful thinking. It's remembering or maybe receiving a specific word, a promise from God.
So it's anchored in something concrete.
Precisely. And acknowledging that word, that divine promise, it completely flips David's perspective. His despair turns into this confidence. He starts declaring victory, reclaiming territory. He says, "I will rejoice, I will divide Shechem and mete out the valley of Sukkoth." These aren't just random places.
No, they're significant, right?
Very. Shechem, Sukkoth, Gilead, Manasseh, Ephraim, Judah. These represent the core of Israel. He's saying, this is ours, God said so.
And then there's that language about Moab and Edom. It sounds pretty harsh. Moab is my washpot.
Yeah, it sounds stark to us. But in that ancient context, a washpot was for dirty feet. It meant total subjugation, humiliation, and casting out my shoe over Edom. That was a gesture of claiming ownership, like stamping your authority on it.
Okay, so it's symbolic language of complete dominance.
Exactly. It's this bold assertion of restoration and control, but it flows directly from trusting God's specific promise. It's a potent reminder for us, Setbacks might feel final, but maybe they're prompts. Challenges calling for renewed strength, especially when we anchor ourselves in a higher promise.
It's amazing how he goes from that confidence right into asking, who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? It almost sounds like doubt creeping back in. Is he wavering again, or is something else going on?
That's a great question. I don't think it's doubt returning. It's more like a rhetorical move. He asks the question to immediately answer it himself, pointing to the real source of help. He says, "Will not you, O God, which hadst cast us off, and you, O God, which didst not go out with our armies."
So he's circling back to the beginning, but with a new understanding.
Exactly. He's acknowledging the past pain, the feeling of abandonment, but now through the lens of God's promise. And then comes the powerful conclusion, "Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man."
Human help is vain, empty, insufficient.
Insufficient. Yeah, not necessarily useless, but it just doesn't compare to divine power. Then, through God we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemies. That's the core message. Ultimate victory, real strength, it comes from God. The despair is transformed into dependence, into trust.
This whole journey, lament to trust to triumph, it really does feel timeless. So how do we take these lessons today? How do they help us build that stronger trust, that deeper relationship with God?
Well, first off, There's that acknowledging hardship without losing faith. David shows us it's okay, actually vital, to be brutally honest with God about our struggles, bringing our unfiltered reality, our pain, our questions. That doesn't push God away. It actually draws us into a deeper, more authentic trust.
So permission to not have it all together, that feels important.
Definitely. And tied to that is viewing setbacks differently. Maybe not as punishment, but as discipline or a challenge, an opportunity for growth. The ancient idea was that difficulties could serve a purpose. For us, it means trusting that God can work even through the hard stuff for something good. That really builds resilience and faith, doesn't it?
It does. It changes how you face things. What else?
Then there's the clear call to rely on divine power. David saw God as his warrior, his protector. His help was essential. For us, it means actively seeking strength beyond ourselves, leaning on God through prayer, through reflection, through just trusting. It's an act of reliance, not passive waiting. It's foundational trust building.
Right, actively leaning in. And the psalm also seems to have this collective element about the nation.
Yes, the call for unity and collective action. David's concern wasn't just personal, it was national. That translates for us too, whether it's in our families, communities, churches. Working together, striving for a common good, reflects a kind of trust in the bigger picture God has for us. Shared purpose strengthens everyone.
Makes sense. And the ending, that confidence.
That's the final piece. Confidence in ultimate restoration. Even in the thick of the crisis, there's this bedrock hope in God's faithfulness, his power to restore. For us, that means cultivating resilience, focusing on recovery, on renewal, knowing that setbacks aren't the final word. Holding on to that hope, that confidence in God's ultimate goodness, that's crucial for a strong relationship with him. It keeps us moving forward.
So putting it all together, Psalm 60, this ancient cry from a battlefield, it really does offer a kind of a roadmap for us today. It's saying that faith, that gut-level honesty, seeing challenges as growth, leaning on God, working together, these are the keys to getting through tough times, to finding restoration.
Exactly. It encourages you to see your struggles not as dead ends, but as part of a bigger journey. And it reminds us that when we really tap into that strength, especially divine strength, we can find stability, find success, and crucially, deepen our trust and connection with God in ways we might not expect.
So here's something to think about.
Mm.
How will you take the journey we see in Psalm 60 and apply it in your own life right now? How will it help you strengthen your trust, your relationship with God, particularly when you hit those moments of lament?